Okay, well, I think I'll start outside. Right, as you can see here, as ghetto as it is, that's what's just drained my fish tank. It's like a knockoff python, I suppose. But anyway, I live on the main road, so I'm turning this into a shop, but I've got a real old house, so I'm having to paint it. So I've been working on that as well. But anyway, so I just got my hose going through here, and I've put it through the gap in the door. So, you know, when it comes to doing stuff. These here, mind the shoe, are some tanks that I picked up for 40 bucks. I'm going to use them for grow out tanks and just working on getting the money together for a couple of heaters at the moment. This is my duck weed bin. I did have a Zola in it as well, but that died off. So I might need to buy some more of that and see how we go. And as you can see, I've got all my painting gear and skill saw and stuff here. And got a sander falls in here. But this is my very, very ghetto fish room. And don't show occupational safety and health, because, you know, having a light straight above a fish tank with no lid's pretty silly. Anyway, so this is just my hallway, and I'm converting my hallway into a little store. So all of this repurposed furniture is going bye-bye, and it's all turning to racks. I mean, I'll probably get that better back there. I've got to get some more wire and solder the lights properly and actually glue them on and stuff like that, but I'm not quite happy with the containers. I mean, the containers are pretty big for the Bettas, so that's good, because I think they hold like 4.2 litres each. And so I think it's called an articulating drip system that I made there. So I'm just running a pump down here in the bottom, and that pump's got I think it's called a head height of like 1.5 metres. It goes up into this container, and at the back of the container I have just plumbed in just normal airline hose. Only problem is it seems to get a bit gunky, but in saying that, I should have been doing more water changes than I have. But you know, they've got bacterial filtration down the bottom basically, so they're okay in there. So I've only been doing a partial water change once a week at the moment, so I need to up my game and clean the containers. I've only had it set up for like about a month, maybe a little bit longer. So that was basically just an experiment. And those lights there, that's 5 meters of 5 volt lights. And I might tell you where I got them from at a later stage, but they just run on USB. So it's really cool, because I was thinking of cheaper ways to do lighting and stuff like that, so kind of having to play with that, not finished yet. Anyway, I think this is an old alcohol cabinet. I did used to have a shelf in here. I've taken it out to put this tank in, and I know some people are going to hate me for how many goldfish I've got in my 90 litre tank, but it works. I obviously, you know, I mean, they're still growing even, so I've been keeping fish since I was 9 years old, so I do what I know works rather than what I'm told. So the thing is, if you're going to try and stock these fish in like a 90 litre tank, which obviously is not permanent, they're not staying in here forever, you need enough biological filtration. I think it's called biological, meaning bacterial. So you need to make sure you've got enough surface area for the bacteria to actually properly deal with ammonia. Take that count into account. I do like a 1/3 water change on this tank a week. And yes, our little dude here has got deformities. I bought this whole group as a group, so yeah, so he came too, but he's cute, I love him. So yeah, so they're pretty happy. They'd probably love a lot more water to swim around in, but you know, I'm getting there. They'll be, you know, going into a big pond or a tub at some stage, and as you can see, I'm showing you my room before I clean it. In this tub here, well, the precursor to that tub here is this tank here. I'll try to get rid of the glares for you. This is my mountain minnow tank / snail breeding tank, actually. So I purposely overfeed in this tank to boost snail production. So as you can see, there's lots of snail eggs on the side, and your snail production will only be as much as the food will support, basically. So, and the more food I have in here, the more food there is for more snails, so the snail population should boom. And it's been getting more and more. I mean, we've got little babies everywhere now. They're even all up in my, I can never say it right, what is it, Xiaphophorus? But then again, I've got a Kiwi accent, so I'm probably saying it wrong anyway. And that's Nutella, that funny weed in there, and then we've got some Java moss as well. But yeah, so these guys are my breeders, and as we can see, if I get in here close enough without the glare and figure out where my camera lens is on the sofa, you can see a baby right here. Right, so I'm gonna have to fish him out with my turkey baster. But I don't know if I'm talented enough to do it while I'm recording. I'll see if I can just... What do we got on there? Can we even... Where is this one? There. What's it gonna do? Right, I'll try and hold it there. It'll probably go out of focus. But I will try and suck him up. I think I got him. And then we come down here. And yeah, he is in the turkey baster. Can you see him? He's in the very bottom of it. Like he's laying at the bottom. No, he's at the top now on that piece of weed. If this would focus. The problem is all the different light around. Right. Well, anyway, he is in there. And I just put them down here when I find them. So mummy and daddy don't eat them. Oh, there's lots of mummy and daddies. But anyway, if we can get... You can see little babies swimming around in here. And they're varying ages because they just keep... what are they? They're egg scatterers, right? So they scatter eggs all the time. So we've got varying ages in here. Now, as far as I know, my count is up to about 14 babies in here now. So that's a whole big systema tub. What is with the focus? Oh, it's still in macro. It's having issues. Sorry, I've got it on auto. It's just a cell phone. There's a big tub of Java moss. There's the fishies again. This guy here, if anyone knows, see how it's got these spots here on its tail? It's got two of them. I know that's wing growth, the white spots on his head, or her head rather. But she's got these two growths here. And she had one already on her tail when I got her. And so I put her by herself in this tank over here, which has got some of my smaller babies in there. Those are just comic goldfish. Anyway, I put her in there by herself for like 3 weeks. I treated her with Wonder Tonic, which for you overseas people, I'll show you what it looks like. This is one Diatonic here. And can we even read that? So I'm looking through the screen as well. Alright. So it's got 1.5% methylene blue, malachite green, ecroflavin, and quinine, and an aqueous solution. So anyway, it's like a general cure for fin rot, tail rot, white spot, and other fungal skin diseases. So I treated her with that, no change. And then I treated her, gave her a rest, and then I treated her with just straight formalin, thinking it was like a fungal thing, and nothing. So she only had one spot at that stage. Anyway, so I left her in there for about a month, and then after that she didn't have any signs of ill health, so I put her back in with the rest of the squad. Anyhow, she's now got a second one. So I don't know, I did pull her out when I had her in a shallow bath and had a look at it because I thought maybe it was fish lice or whatever, but I'm not sure if we even have fish lice in New Zealand. So yeah, so this here is my leopards. I impatiently wait for them to start breeding. Unfortunately, the girl at the local fish store that I got them from, not that it's local for me, it's like 60k away. Three of these she sold to me because I had the two boys. 3 of these she sold to me as girls, right? But one of them is not a girl, clearly. This one here in the front is not a girl. So you treat them like guppies. So there's the gonopodium, and that means that it's a boy, not a girl. Anyway, so these are the cold water life bearers. I will put the scientific name in. I'll edit that in so you can see what it is. They are classified, I think, as a pest fish in some places. But anyway, this tank is like my favourite tank. I mean, you can see like this algae growth across the top here. But this tank stays so clean and nothing has ever died in it. And it's all because of the exchange with the plants. There are so, the ratio of plants in here to fish and everything, it's just a really good little ecosystem. And I mean, it's got its biological going on there, but see how clean it is. It's like my best tank. And it's my smallest tank. So I actually really like small tanks. I'm getting sick of big ones, to be honest. So like this one has problems. I accidentally overfed the other day, but these little guys loved it anyhow. But all the mulm just sits in here, and it doesn't matter how many times I squeeze out the filters, keeping in mind this is only like a 50 litre tank, 60 litre tank. And it is just, I think it might be a lack of light, because the only light I have running is just this little LED desk lamp. This tank up here I've got little swordtails in. I think there's 8 in there. I'm hoping they're full swordtail because they've come from this little girl and she's very patiently waiting for me to set up this other tank. And this pufferfish is a naughty pufferfish. I had 2 of them, and he basically killed his little mate by not letting it eat. But that's another story anyway. So if we come into this other part of the hallway, you have to forgive all my crap that's around. My mother recently passed away, and I've got heaps of her junk, and my partner shifted in, and yeah, so there's junk everywhere. We're trying to sort of find room for everything. Anyway, okay, so this is my my cardboard and clear Duracell. I used to have written it equals a Kiwi Ingenuity whiteboard. So I just had this stuff flying around to make a whiteboard. So the swordtails were born on the 28th of April. And then as you can see here, I've got mystery snail eggs everywhere apparently. So that was just me testing to see if my like remarkable fruit. And then like I got a little bit of record keeping there, and then like today I'm just about to do water changes, but decided to do a video. So yeah, long video, but hey. So all I did on this this crappy little rat shit tank is put some bubble wrap over top, because I have plenty of bubble wrap for packaging the crystals. Anyway, so this is the first one that was laid, and they were laid on the 2nd of May, and it's the 15th. I've heard that can take up to 3 weeks. I've never had eggs before, so I was trying to keep the humidity up as we're doing a water change right now. But the bubble wrap just kind of floats on the top of the water and makes a little tent. And then this one happened a few days later on the 11th of May, so like a week later. So they've got them coming out. And was it yesterday, I think, I got out and I had a look, and can you see that? Oh, this one here. So what I'm going to do with this one here is I'm just going to leave it, I touched it and I busted a bit of it. And I'm going to leave it here and see if anything happens, because of course there's not really any humidity there as such, other than what's in the air. And this is the other end of my hose. So I just used garden hose with mine, and this is just a little bit of a stocking, and I just rubber banded it on so no fry gets sucked up. So this tank is probably suffering from a little bit of old tank syndrome, to be honest. And like this old girl here is suffering. I should really put her down with some clove oil. She has produced probably most of these baby platies that you see in here, and there is actually a ton of them. It doesn't look like much at the moment. But yeah, so this tank is a real mess. I've been trying to clean it up, but I keep getting so much mold. I used to have a ton of bristlenose in here and more driftwood, and it was just bad, honestly. They crap everywhere. And yeah, so it's not very cool. Anyway, as we can see, this snail's not very happy. It just got picked on not long ago by some of the fish. But yeah, here the guppies are in. So I've got guppies and platies, and heaps of them. You can see these little babies, you see them? And a real mess in some Anubias. I think that's twisted vowel in the back as well. And there is some baby tears in here, but I think my light's too strong, because it's like some sort of halogen light that you would have like in a horse arena. So we're putting some T8 fluorescent bulb. We're just gonna hang it up here with some chain and attach it to the wiring. No big deal. So this needs cleaning up, and my heater obviously we need to refill this. Hang on, rambling away. So we just come out here, turn this on, and look, that up like that, and it starts going in. So I'm really bad at flooding my tanks, so I'll have to remember to stop filling it. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I've got a rack system that I'm going to put in. So I'm going to try and fit as many of these actual glass tanks on it as I can. I might chuck out some, and I'm going to buy some 20-litre tanks, because as I said, I like the small tanks. I find them easier to manage. We'll see how we get on. But anyway, I'll leave it at that one, and I'll finish cleaning them up, and show you how we get on in another video. Thanks for watching.